Prince Philip refused to watch Helen Mirren's movie, The Queen, due to it being an inaccurate portrayal of the late monarch, a royal expert has claimed. Gyles Brandreth, a friend of the royal family and the late Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth I, has recalled the conversation he once had with the late Duke of Edinburgh regarding the 2006 film, over why it was he wasn't prepared to watch it. The royal commentator, a regular guest on This Morning and other daytime TV shows, claims that Philip told him he wasn't going to watch as he had heard it showed Helen as Queen Elizabeth I crying. He continued, Philip said, apparently they have the Queen crying in the film. The Queen doesn't cry. Philip said, an actress would cry, would assume the Queen would cry, but she didn't cry. He wasn't saying it was a virtue not to cry. Dame Helen Mirren won both an Oscar and BAFTA for her depiction of the late royal in the 2006 biographical drama. It comes after reports that when the late Queen Elizabeth was approaching the end of her life, she relentlessly experienced crippling pain every day, but she never allowed this to get in the way of completing her royal duties. King Charles, then the Prince of Wales, was ready on hand to deputize for his mother, and royal aides even reportedly encouraged the late Queen to hand over some of her high-profile final duties to her son given the health challenges she was facing. But despite the help available to her, the former monarch refused these offers, putting her duty above her personal comfort right until the end of her life. A royal author has claimed. The author, Omid Scobie, revealed just how much the late Queen Elizabeth was struggling behind closed doors during her final days in his bombshell book Endgame. The author explained that when Boris Johnson resigned as Prime Minister and Liz Truss took his place, royal aides suggested that Charles invite Truss to form a new government, given the crippling pain the late Queen was in. However, Scobie wrote, the late Queen defiantly refused the suggestion, showing her intrinsic commitment to her duties as monarch. The meetings went ahead in Balmoral, so Queen Elizabeth didn't have to travel to London just 2 days before her death. Concerned courtiers suggested to the monarch that she might be better off letting Prince Charles carry out the task in her place, Scobie wrote. After all, the heir had already stood in for his mother at the opening of Parliament 4 months earlier. But this was one duty the Queen, despite the crippling pain she was experiencing in private, would not step aside from. It's my job, she defiantly told aides.